the egg is really incredible when you go to break it down. It is that lineage of the women. It's your connection to so it goes both ways. I've never thought of it as a connection down to, my grandchildren, my great grandchildren. I actually have thought a lot about it as a connection to my grandmother and my great grandmother. It is that lineage that continues all the way down. And I don't think, again, especially with infertility, we don't look at it as this marker of connection of all women within your lineage. But if you understand the concept of the eggs are developing within the mother, and then the mother's eggs developed within the grandmother, and you start to see how crazy powerful we are.
And you were inside your mother and your grandmother, because when your mother was inside your grandmother, you were already there. You were already there inside of her, and the same, your daughter Bodhi had your grandchildren inside of her when she was still developing inside your beautiful, amazing womb. It is, it's staggering how each woman is the fulcrum of her family. It's wonderful.
Wow.
And that's why I really celebrate the cycle. I celebrate the cycle because I feel like when my daughters started to show signs, I was so excited. We sat together, we made moon pads together with their names embroidered on them. We talked about it. We talked about the symptoms. And when it happened, it was so exciting. And then we had a family celebration. The boys and the men were cooking us. We were in circle with the women, and we really honored them and said, look, now you have become the fulcrum, one of the fulcrums of our family. How beautiful are we? We are amazing. So beautiful and amazing.
And that has been my message to women is like, if you truly understood the power within you, and you can start with the egg, the power of the egg and how it connects you through, this lineage, you would never doubt yourself. The other thing about the egg that's so interesting is that the egg determines which sperm enters it. Sends a chemical message out. That is incredible. So the egg
chooses.
Yes, the egg chooses. I mean, really, like if in a healthcare system, at least here in the Western world, where they have truly, taken our power away through a variety of things, I think, your work and my work has this intersection of just really helping women, support women in stepping into their full femininity and really understanding what a gift it is to birth a baby, to carry a baby, to be a woman. Like there's so much of that experience that is just packed with power.
Yes. And I feel like this is the time where we're saying, yes. I can remember in high school starting a women's coalition with my friends where we would meet at lunchtime and eat together and talk about how we loved being born as women and how we were special. We were so valuable and so important that was during the Vietnam War. And my father came home from Vietnam very damaged. And he came home and looked at his lineup of 5 half Asian children, and he couldn't hug us because they told the soldiers when they went to that war that Asians had no souls.
Wow.
So, and there were no services to help him integrate what was to come. My mother was so brave because she would wake up and he would be choking her because if she moved in bed and it woke him up, he thought the enemy was there to get him. Because she was a little tiny Asian woman. So his gut reaction, so having been in Vietnam. So we really we undermine our men, and when we hurt women in their most vulnerable time is when they're going through pregnancy, childbirth, and postpartum. When we harm women, we harm men. I mean, Dr. Dayu's husband came to me a few weeks after his daughter was born by vaginal birth after the traumatic cesarean birth of their son. which, by the way, because the labor was induced and the baby went into distress, the cesarean then became necessary to help him be born safely into the world.
Hallelujah. Yeah.
Hallelujah. Better living through science.